Hi guys, so I am officially in week 19, which is super duper exciting. I'm going to try to hurry through this as fast as I can because I have to get to my daughter's last day of school play. Also, I have a lot to talk about this week. I actually have been I have a list at the side of my computer, which if this video is totally messed up, is because I cannot find my camera anywhere. Which I now know sounds horrible, so I'm resorted to using this so I'm not late on my days, which the lighting in here sucks. Sorry. Is that better? No. Okay. Anyways, so 19 weeks, I'm going to officially say that I am halfway through. I know it's 40 weeks, but I've never made it to 40 weeks, so I'm kind of just having that mindset of, okay, I'm basically halfway through. Um, if I'm moving a lot, it's because I'm on my exercise ball. Sorry. And my son just went down for a nap, so he may cry a little bit. Um, let's see. First on my list, it says Facebook friends delete. I have been deleting some people. I don't want you to take any offense to it. I know you're going to, but I don't mean for you to. I do want to be able to relate and connect with everybody and have them connect with me, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to see certain things in my status updates in my feeds, like such negativity or just certain comments. Like it just gets really tiring to see some of the things that some people are saying, and so I've just deleted you because there's just no point in getting caught up in the drama or because I know that these people sometimes write these things to cause controversy, and I'm just not. That's not what I on that that's not why I'm in the community. So I've deleted you. So sorry. Um, sex of baby. I've been asked numerous times if we are going to find out the sex of our baby. That's a definite yes. I have appointment June 13th, so a week and a day away. First thing in the morning. My husband really wants to know, so of course I'm going to know. Names. So we do have two names picked out. If you follow me on Facebook, you know that. I have the most amazing little girl's name picked out. It's just like everything I ever wanted in a name. So my whole being on the fence of wanting a girl or boy has definitely changed to more so wanting a girl now, and that just sucks because I just feel like that means I'm gonna have a boy, which either way is fine, but you know. Will we be telling you guys the names? Absolutely not. I don't need some jerk telling me oh, I can't believe you're naming your kid that. That's such a stupid name. I don't need any negativity. My husband actually picked out the boy's name. We both agreed on the girl's name. It's his turn to pick out the name because I picked our son's name. But yeah, we do have first and middle names for both the boy and the girl. We are absolutely keeping the girl's name a secret from everybody in our lives. I think maybe only one other person knows, and it's one of my friends on here. So thank you for letting me spill my beans to you, Vicky. Um, she caught me at a weak moment because I just was really going crazy. I wanted to tell somebody. But we're not telling anybody anything because it's just people have a way of putting a damper on good mood sometimes, and I'm just not gonna let you fools do that to me. So not all of you would do that, but you know what I mean. There are some people who probably would say something nasty. Um, so yeah, and I'll tell you the sex of the baby as soon as I find out because there's I don't know. I'm not some drama TV show. I don't need to leave cliffhangers at the end of my YouTube videos. I'm on here to share with you guys, so I'm gonna share the sex of the baby when I find out. I'll probably be on the ultrasound texting on my Facebook. She'll think I'm ridiculous. Dry hair process. Oh, progress. So as some of you know, I made a stop at the natural food store to buy some new shampoos and conditioners because my hair, this pregnancy is just doing a number on my hair. It's so dry, so brittle. Same with my nails. I have long hair. It's about down to here. Um, okay, yeah, you know what I mean. It's down to this area, and I definitely just have been suffering from this dry hair, and it's horrible. And I wanted to cut it, but I know I would regret it later, like I always do. So I am now using a all natural coconut shampoo and conditioner. I was using Herbal Essence Love My Long Hair, whatever it was called, in the red bottle, and it had so much alcohol and acidic ingredients in it that it was actually damaging my hair and drying it out. So on top of that, I'm using my jojoba oil. I use it as an overnight leave-in because I wash my hair every 2 to 3 nights. So I'll leave it in the night before. I'm going to plan on washing it. And I massage it into my head, put it up in a bun, get the ends really, greased up, and then the next morning I wash it out. And in my shampoo every morning, I put a dab or a drop of, or not every morning, but when I wash my hair every 2 to 3 days, I put a drop of the jojoba oil in my shampoo, do it, wash it out and condition it. And then I also use the jojoba oil in a mister, 1 teaspoon per 1 cup of water, and some argan oil at my ends. So it's so much softer and it's so much prettier. I'm just so happy that I finally have like a thing that works. So hopefully we'll see. And you can also use jojoba oil as a moisturizer, which I've been doing. And you can also use it as a makeup remover, which I found out this past weekend. Because I use like a pretty intense eyeliner because I'm monolidded. And I need something that doesn't smudge or, is waterproof. So nothing gets this crap off. Like I can sleep for 3 days and it just still look like it was like tattooed on my face. So I left my eye makeup remover at home and I needed to get my makeup off, and so I read that jojoba oil can be used as that, and sure enough, like it works better than my makeup remover, which was like $30. So super excited about that. So just a little tidbit there. I've also been taking some omega-3s, which are really good for your nails, your hair, and your baby's eyesight and brain. So there's that. Headaches. I am actually already prone to seasonal migraines, but like since I've gotten to this point in my pregnancy, the wind blows and like my head just hurts. Like it's really bad. So I've been trying to like when I have those experiences, I up my Gatorade, I up my proteins, and I try to just like take it easy for a few minutes, and then that usually helps. So there's that. Pulling of ligaments when peeing. So I had this with both my other 2 kids. I will sit down to go pee, and usually, well, you pregnant women know, when you've got to pee, you got to pee. So it usually is like, oh my gosh, I got to pee, and I have like pushing it all out because I've been holding it for whatever amount of time. And now if I do that, like it's like, oh my god, like I pulled something in my like pubic area. It's so painful. So like I have to really be careful and just let it come out as it wants to come out, because if I push it too hard, like I'm like cringing on the toilet, like having to sit there for a few minutes waiting for the pain to pass. So that's annoying. Also, I have just regular round ligament pain all the time, all the time. I'll probably have to bring out my pregnancy belt soon, which I had with Wyatt, because again, I gained 50 pounds with him. Crazy. Physical therapy has been going really well. I really do urge you women who have like, if you have any type of back pain, any type of hip pain, any type of, any type of body pain that like is really infringing on your everyday like life and making you miserable, please talk to your OB. Like it's not normal and you don't have to deal with that. I mean, it is normal, but it's not something that you have to deal with on a daily basis. I talked to my OB a few weeks ago. Obviously, she wrote me a referral to a physical therapist and to a chiropractor. I decided to go the physical therapist route first just to see if that would work, because I didn't want to start 2 things at once and then not know which one was working and then possibly be wasting half my time at the other one. Also, with my experience with chiropractors, they're more of a quick fix, and with physical therapy, they're more of a long-term fix where they don't want to see you back there again. They want to get you to a point where you can manage your pain yourself. So I love my physical therapist. She's amazing. I go in there and I feel great. These past 2 weeks, I've only been able to go in once a week, which because I've been really busy, but starting next week, I'll be going twice a week, and I'm just so excited. She does a lot of deep tissue work, and it's amazing. I go at least a few days without feeling any type of pain whatsoever. She also has suggested that I never wear flip-flops again, or at least through this pregnancy. They are terrible for you if you have a healthy back or not, especially when you're pregnant. They're just really bad for you, because with flip-flops, you run the tendency of working against your natural way of walking, like because your toe clenches to keep on your foot, which curls your whole inner foot, and it's just after that repeatedly happening, it's just going up your leg to your hip to your back and just messing stuff up. So she told me I'm not allowed to wear them anymore. I've been wearing my Vibrams, and I definitely can tell the difference, because when I switched to my flip-flops before I got my Chacos, it was like night and day, and my back just started killing me the second I wore my flip-flops again. So I just got my Chacos in the mail before I left for my trip over the weekend. This is what they look like. This is kind of my fix for, let's see, Chaco. This is my fix for not being able to wear my Vibrams when it gets really hot. It's just like still a sandal, open-toed, open back, but it's got this adjustable strap right here. So when you put it on, you can adjust it to your foot. So instead of, clenching your toe, big toe right here to keep your flip-flop on, the straps are doing that work. So all you're doing is walking normally. Also, it's got a high support right here, which I have super flat feet, so I've been getting used to these for the past few days. And between these and my Vibrams, I'm hoping my back gets back into shape. So, and physical therapy. But yeah, so stop wearing flip-flops, everybody. Um, Cravings. Oh my gosh, my cravings. Sour Patch Kids. I love them. I love, 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 love them. I hated Sour Patch Kids before. I was always that girl at the movie theater when I'd go on a date saying, ew, why are you eating Sour Patch Kids? And now it's just like, I can't get enough of them. Every night I have to eat them. Um, I also have been craving Mongolian beef. We have an awesome Chinese restaurant that we just found nearby, and it's just awesome. Like, I love it. All I want right now is All I want now is Mongolian beef, now that I said it out loud. Also, freezer pops. Those are or flavor ice, whatever they call them where you're from, but oh, love those too. Constipation is back. We went on our trip to the wedding, and literally a few minutes after we got into the car, I was telling my husband, I think I have to poop. And he was like, oh, do you want me to pull over? There's a rest stop right here on the toll road. I go, no, 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 no. I think we got like 2 hours. Sure enough, we got to the hotel, and I did not poop for another hour after that. So that sucked. So that was the last time pooping. That was Friday. So there you go. Not pooping. Growling stomach. So this isn't really a symptom. This is more of like my crazy Kelly concerns. So my stomach, when I get really hungry to the point of hungry, will growl so loud that like people across the room can hear it. So my concern is like, what is the baby hearing? Like, am I just like, this is my third baby, and now I'm just thinking of this, but is it scaring the shit out of it? Like, I mean, think about like laying there chilling, sleeping, all of a sudden having this like huge rumbling next to your ear. Like, if it's that loud that like people on the outside across the room can hear it, like think about this poor little baby like inside with the growling. Like, I just felt so bad. So now I'm trying not to get to the point where my belly growls, but it's so hard because I'm always hungry. It seems like it's always growling. So sorry, baby. Um, my baby is moving a lot, a lot. Oh my gosh. This baby moves literally for half an hour every other half an hour all day long. From 8 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night, it is nonstop moving. Well, I shouldn't say nonstop. It stops every other half an hour. So it's just like crazy. Wyatt only moved all throughout the night, and he was constantly kicking, like rolling. People would just like look at me at the store because I always wore tighter shirts, and you could just see him rolling and kicking, and they'd just like be gaping at my stomach. Um, with this kid, it's like you can see it moving, you can see it rolling, you can see it doing all these things, and it's all throughout the day. It's crazy. And then at nighttime, it just like goes to sleep at 11. It's like, bye, done, and then it stops moving, and then wakes up again at 8. So fingers crossed that this is its sleeping cycle. I know realistically it's not true, but one can always hope. Wyatt came out though, still kicking. Like he literally was like bicycle kicking when he came out of my yoo-hoo area, and then he just kept doing that. Like he was nonstop a moving baby he's still a nonstop moving baby. So hopefully this one will chill out after it comes out. But it's just really exciting to like right now it's moving, to just be able to feel it all the time and have that reminder. Food poisoning or flu, crap. So I totally got stomach flu. It was not food poisoning because my husband and son ended up getting it when we got home, and they were coming out at the other end though. So I threw up. I missed the reception of our friend's wedding because I was just throwing up nonstop. Thank you, Applebee's, for your disgusting toilets that I had to throw up in. You suck. So yeah, so I was just throwing up, and what sucked the most was that every single time the baby moved, it made me want to throw up too. So as well, I just said the baby is nonstop moving, so I was nonstop throwing up. It was great. Other than that, though, I feel great now. It just really sucks that like I have all these non-pregnancy issues like making me sick. Like pregnancy-wise, I feel fine, but then add on, scarlet fever and then this stupid stomach flu, and there you go. I already went over my anatomy scan. Contractions. I've been having super duper Braxton Hicks. 2.5 weeks ago, I had my first one. I was sitting down, literally had this just like, the baby was rolling, and I was like giggling because it was rolling, and all of a sudden my stomach hardened, and I was just getting shooting pains, and it would not soften up, and I could hardly breathe through it. It was so bad. And because I did experience labor not, like less than 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, Wyatt turns 2 at the end of this month. But since it was so soon ago, I do remember those feelings of how it felt to go into labor. And that's literally what it felt like. It was so intense. Luckily, it only held on, it only happened for like 15 minutes. But since then, they've been getting more intense. Not more regular, just more intense. Like I'll get them maybe once every 2 days, or if I'm pushing myself too hard, I'll get one and it will just remind me to sit down. But I just don't ever remember my Braxton Hicks being this intense with my last 2 kids. But then again, it's my third child, so everything's apparently more intense. So whatever. Weekend away from home. Don't leave your house. If you are pregnant and you have a toddler, don't leave your home. Just stay home. We had the worst weekend, which, to our friends that got married, congratulations. The wedding was gorgeous. Thanks for including Wyatt as a ring bearer, but I had a horrible time. It rained and was freezing cold all, the first day we're out there, which we were trying to treat this as a family vacation. We were at a state park. We wanted to go canoeing and hiking and be outside. Freaking cold. It had been 80 degrees and sunny for the past 2 weeks beforehand, and then all of a sudden it was 55 and just freezing cold raining. Wyatt was crazy. He did not want to settle down. He couldn't take naps in the hotel room because he's used to sleeping in a room by himself. So that was amazing. The next day rolled around. We got to meet with our friends, which I think we got our stomach flu from, but I'm not going to completely blame them. But they had it 24 hours prior, so it is very plausible. But their daughter was the flower girl. Super cute. You saw her picture on my Facebook if you were there. Yeah, I mean, the wedding, I got sick, started puking right after the wedding. We went to a restaurant between Applebee's, like I said, their gross bathrooms, and that's when I got sick, and I just went back to hotel and just got sick the whole night. It was nice because my friend, whose child was in the wedding, was also pregnant, so she also was very understanding, and she actually stayed back in the hotel too for the reception. And then the next day, we drove home, and it was just like a horrible ride home because I felt sick, so it was just not a fun weekend. I don't know. Unless it's a baby moon, we're not going anywhere with kids for a very long time until this other baby comes out. So I don't know. It's just not good. But again, congratulations, friends. Let's see, wedding rings. Okay, so I am just started following a Wild Riley Appears. She is, I don't know how far along she is exactly. My memory's really bad, but she had mentioned something in her last video about not feeling comfortable going around without without her wedding rings while pregnant because she felt like people were staring at her, judging her being a young mom. I can first-handedly tell you that sucks. I was 17 when I got pregnant. I had my birthday halfway through my pregnancy, so I was 18 technically when Ava was born. But I also look super young because I was Asian, and yeah, it sucked. I definitely got looks. I didn't have any friends, so if I went out, it was always either by myself or with my mother. I had broken up with my baby's daddy about 4 months pregnant, so I was really alone, and everywhere I went I was alone, and people just stared, and they made no they didn't even try to hide the fact that they were staring at me because they were like disgraced by the fact that I was pregnant. And this was 7 years ago, so no, this was 8 years ago. So it was in a time where teen pregnancy was not really that out there. Like there was no teen mom, there was no those things quite yet. It was pretty bad. I was very upset. It was very hurtful. It made me not want to go out. It was traumatizing. After she was born, luckily a lot of that stopped because she was so damn cute and pretty. People were so distracted by her beauty that people just stopped judging me at that point. But then when I got pregnant with Wyatt, after we got married, we got married when I was 22, and then we started trying almost immediately after we got married, and I got pregnant my second time with my husband, I think right after my 23rd birthday. So I would have been 23 when my son was born and when I was pregnant. And so I was still relatively young. Hopefully I still look young. I don't know. I hope I look young still. I feel old, but anyways. So it was still, I had the same feeling, and I gained 50 pounds with my son. 50 freaking pounds. and I was my heaviest during the summer, so like the heat and stuff made me even more swollen and bloated. So, needless to say, my wedding ring stopped fitting me around the middle of my second trimester. My fingers got too big. Um, it was so traumatizing, the looks that I got with David, that I was just always paranoid that people were giving me those same looks when I was alone without John. I wore my wedding rings around my neck, hoping that that would be enough, but I still felt like people were just staring at me, especially when I'd go out with my daughter. It was like, oh, look, she's pregnant again, you know. And it was very hurtful, and I didn't want to suffer through this pregnancy because I did it right. You know, I was married, I was older, I was, as our baby. So I was very, I wanted to stay at home. So my husband, God bless his heart, went out and bought me this silver band, which I just thought was so cute of him to do. And I wore this until around the beginning of my third trimester, and then I got too fat for that ring. And then he went and got me this ring, which it's a cubic zirconian. It's so funny because it's so big, but it's from the Home Shopping Network, so it's supposed to be like a real looking cubic zirconian, which you wouldn't believe how many compliments I got on this ring. People thought it was real, which I thought was hysterical. Um, so he got me this after my other one outgrew me, just so that I wouldn't have to feel awkward. So I had my stage 1 fatty ring and stage 2 fatty ring. So I don't judge you for wanting to wear something on your finger, because I was the same way. They may or may not be looking at you like that, but it's your pregnancy. It's supposed to be a happy time. You shouldn't have to, suffer in any way. So I really appreciated my husband doing that. So I had these, and I wore them throughout my pregnancy. I still kept my wedding rings around me, but yeah. So you have every right to feel that way, because it does hurt. It definitely hurts to have those looks. But anyways, I think I'm almost done. This video is really long. Sorry. Weight gain while being a skinny pregnant girl. So I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of emails, people just being really nasty to me, and it just pisses me off. Just because I may be a petite person or woman, I worked hard. Okay, first off, I worked very hard to get back to my pre-pregnancy size and weight after both my kids were born. I was very aware of my body. I wanted to get back to where I was before. Yes, some of it's hereditary because I am Asian, because I was, my genetics and stuff, but I still worked really hard to get my stomach back to the way it looked and, to lose that weight. I gained 50 pounds with my son. I don't care who the hell you are. 50 pounds is a lot of weight to be like just gain and have to walk around with when you weren't 50 pounds heavier beforehand. I've gotten a lot of comments of, oh, you could stand to gain the weight. Oh, you shouldn't complain about gaining 5 pounds because, you should see how the size of me. You're tiny compared to so and so. Quit complaining, quit your bitching, blah, blah, blah. I just want to say shut the F up. Like, I would say the F word, but my son is upstairs. But it just really pisses me off because any extra weight, it doesn't matter how much extra weight, if you're not used to carrying that around, it's still extra weight that you're not used to. I don't care if you're 150 pounds or 110 pounds, it is still extra weight. So don't come at me and say that you have every right to complain for gaining weight because you're heavier than me to begin with, because you are used to being that weight. I'm not. Just like me, I'm used to being this weight, not 5 pounds heavier. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just pisses me off that there can be all these like horrible, that it's horrible to stereotype heavier people, but then it's okay to just like rag on smaller people. I'm not saying that I'm like, oh, so hard up, like, oh my gosh, my life is miserable because I'm so tiny. But at the same time, like, if I want to complain because I'm feeling big, or if I want to complain because I've gained weight that I did not have before and I'm in pain because of it, then I think I have every right to, just like any other person of any other size does. So please stop emailing me. Please stop like leaving comments on my Facebook or leaving comments on pictures that I post about how, oh, you're so small, blah, 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 blah. Please don't say you're huge. Just be thankful that you're pregnant. Like, I'm pregnant. This is my last pregnancy. I'm allowed to do or say whatever I want. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to be a part of what I'm doing. So, which I hate getting nasty with people, but it's just like, it's become very much an every week thing where I get somebody saying something and it's hurtful. It's just starting to get really annoying. Like, I don't understand why everybody else has rights to complain, but I don't, kind of. So, whatever. Again, I gained 50 pounds with my son. That's a whole lot of weight when you're used to only being 107 pounds your whole life. So, kind of to you. Like, I'm just sorry. Like, it just makes me really upset that it's okay for certain people, you know, for you to complain, but not me. Anyways, now that everybody hates me for saying that, baby kicking me a-hole in intestines. Baby kicking me a-hole. Oh, baby is kicking me in my asshole. Like, literally, it feels like its foot is gonna come out of my butthole. And it is the strangest feeling. It's still so low, like it's, you know, a half an inch underneath my belly, but it's like this long. So, like, when it stretches out, like, it goes down south, and it's just so creepy. It also is, like, doing some sucker punches in my, like, colon, which hurts. But, yeah. And then last but not least, what else do I have? Oh, this is okay. So this weekend, when I was sick in the hotel, I had a lot of time to Facebook and a lot of time to just like watch YouTube videos. And one thing that bothered me was there was a girl who was having some concerns about some cramping that she was having and some other issues. And somebody offered advice and said that, oh, they had that happen. It was no big deal. You know, just don't worry about it. Me, on the other hand, I would have told her to go to the hospital or call her doctor. Um, I'm not saying that I have any more right to give advice than she did, but that woman was pregnant with her first child currently when she was saying this advice, and this is my third. And I only know that from having my third is that every pregnancy is different, every symptom is different, everything that happens is different. So just because that woman said that she had this happen to her does not mean that it is, you know, and it wasn't serious for her, does not mean that for this girl it wasn't serious for her. So my concern is that I think there are a lot of impressionable first time moms in the community who, you know, are very trusting and take advice from anybody. And I'm not saying all of you are like that, but I mean, I'm that way too. If I hear some advice from somebody, I usually tend to take it seriously. I'm very trusting. So what worries me is that people are giving unsolicited and sometimes solicited advice when they may or may not know the situation completely, or they're basing it off of something that happened to them or their own situations, and they might not be the same thing as what's going on with that person. Every pregnancy and every woman and every woman's body and everybody's baby and everything is always different. You know, the circumstances are always different. And I, for one, don't want to be responsible for anybody losing a baby or having anything harm their pregnancy or baby or themselves because of some advice that I gave out. And I don't think anybody wants that. So please, I just like urge you to always, if you're ever worried about anything, just call your doctor or the emergency room. You know, you're not going to get charged for asking a nurse at the emergency room for some advice, and you're definitely not going to get in trouble for calling your OB and saying, hey, listen, this is what's going on. We are paying thousands of dollars for these medical, you know, professionals to tell us what's going on and to help us and to take care of us. So take advantage of that, you know, just please, because, you know, they went to school for a reason. They're doing things for a reason. If you don't trust your doctor enough to listen to him or to be able to call him or her when you do have issues, then you need to seek out a different doctor, which is, you know, frustrating, but it'll be worth it in the end. So please be mindful that when you offer advice that you could be potentially harming them too. So I just want to put that out there. But anyways, now that I've pissed off everybody in the YouTube world, and I probably won't even get any views on this because it's almost 30 minutes long, I will show you my belly shot and then I will let you go. And I will actually update you on my next 20-week, probably on Wednesday right after my ultrasound, so I can tell you if it's a boy or a girl. I won't do it on Tuesday. But here's my belly, which I apologize. I'm wearing a long, full-length dress right now. There's my exercise ball. It makes me look bigger than I really am. So there's my belly, and then I actually have shorts on. I was prepared for this. There's my belly at 19 weeks. So yeah, I'm rounding out. People can definitely tell I'm pregnant, so that's nice, but there it is. I actually have another video that I have made which I don't know if I'm going to upload it today. I might upload it tomorrow, but it's basically touching base on my adoption, um, me being adopted. I got a lot of questions about that after my last question and answers video, so yeah. I will talk to you all soon. I hope everyone's feeling well, and yeah, bye. How do I turn this off?